So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The FD Phoenix Center is the place to be tonight. This is the mecca of Guam basketball for the next couple of hours as Dave, undeniably, the Guam Basketball League's inaugural season has come down to this moment. The team's most talented teams, ceiling to floor. These guys have absolute basketball dominance, and the starters certainly show that. Members of Guam's national team, these are guys who have been all-stars since they were in the 8th grade, and tipping it off is Seve Siswiko and Thomas Russ, and we are underway.
Yeah, ball is going to go in Phoenix Suns' first possession. Ollie Bradley with the ball now.
Bradley, the league's second leading scorer at 20.2 points per game.
And you know, if you're the Suns, that's what you want to do. You want to take the ball inside, either draw contact for the foul or, you know, really take it inside for the high percentage shot.
And not even 10 seconds into the game, Bradley already drawing contact and going to the line. Bradley, a very good free throw shooter throughout the season as he drills the first one. And the Autospot Phoenix Sons draw first blood up 1-0. Chance to go up a deuce with Bradley at the line. And they do. Keep your eye on big number 99 for the gentleman in gray. Those would be the Autospot Phoenix Sons. The team in white, the undefeated Sushi Rockets.
And you know, in this league right here, you're going to see a lot of good ball movement and good passing right there. Reverse lay-in, no good. Tip-in, no good again by the Sushi Rockets.
Bradley, and trying to pick his pocket was, and getting it done was Mr. Defense, Darryl Lumpkins. Watch number 20 in white, Dave. He has proven to be the league's most effective defensive player, and he is on Bradley right now. So watch 20 and 99 going at it. But Lumpkins has really established himself as the preeminent defensive player, not only for this team but for the league.
Yeah, same can be said with Kirk Long, number 24 for the Sushi Rockets. Now, he's a guy that attended school in the Philippines for one of the universities there. Yep. Also played for the PBA Development League, so he's got a wealth of experience heading into tonight's game.
Yep. Kirk Long, number 24, played his college ball at Ateneo de Manila.
Yep.
Look at the defense right now. The Rockets are going to have to work hard for every single shot as Thomas Russ jump hook his first shot. Check that second attempt because he tried a tip. 2-all early in the first quarter as.
And, you know, these guys cover a lot of ground, and it's really hard to drive to the basket. And right there, Dominic Sablon, the shortest guy on the court, really taking it to the basket, finishing with the left hand.
You know, if there is any player tonight, Dave, on the court who knows this particular court like the back of his hand, it would be Dominic Sablon. Played his high school ball right here at Father Duenas. An all-star, all-island selection. And, you know, despite his height, he is the absolute definition of toughness.
Yeah, and, you know, he's one of those guys that, despite his size, he's definitely going to take it to the basket, cut through the lane, and really try to get that finish.
Brian Cooper's first shot, creating his own offense. Watch number 22. He's another offensive spark plug for the Suns. As Stake, James Stake, first three-pointer of the game, 7 for Sushi Rockets.
And that's one thing that the Suns are definitely going to have to do is they're going to have to come out and defend that perimeter shot.
And Kirk Long already going for the cherry pick on Dominic Sablon. He's got about 4 or 5 inches on Sablon. And Lumpkins comes away with a steal. Feed to Long. Kicks it out to Irv Jose, number 6 for the three. And Jose back-to-back trays for the Sushi Rockets. And E.J. Calvo, coach of Autospot, not suiting up tonight, but he calls a quick timeout with his team down by a score of 10-4 early in the first quarter.
And that's how quick these teams can score in this league. The GBA, Guam's Premier Basketball League, these guys, veterans in numerous leagues on Guam, so if they have the open look, they're going to pull up and take that shot. Good timeout called by E.J. Calvo to talk to the guys there and kind of calm them down a little bit.
You know, Dave, you can really see, you know, a lot is said about the style of play that the Golden State Warriors play at the highest level, like up in the NBA, and in addition with the Olympic style of play that's, of course, coming up this summer, which you can watch on KUM TV 8. But for both of these teams, all 5 guys in the court, they have inside and outside games. All the big guys that normally like plug up down low and everything, they can all take it outside and shoot threes.
Yeah, and that's the exciting thing about this league is a lot of these players can shoot the deep ball.
Ten to 4 continues to be your score early.
Rockets looking to press.
And Long, once again, look at the backpedaling speed of Kirk Long. As Long was possibly calling for a backcourt violation, but the steal by Jose. And good hands by Vince Estella, 15. Estella to the hole.
Nice take there by Vince Estella.
Vince Estella at one point when he was a 8th grader on Guam, everybody called him the basketball phenom.
Yeah, you know, he's
He
one
had
of those.
unbelievable talent when he was very, very young.
Yeah, and he's for a big man, he can shoot the ball rather well. Dominic Sablon kicking out to Estella. Right on cue.
10 to 8 now your score, so Estella is starting to loosen up and get some work. Long and Stake as Stake takes another 3, but had Bradley in his face. Rebound by Lumpkins, kicks it back out to Jose.
Irv losing the ball there. Ollie Bradley the other way. Bounce pass. Inside, no good. Bradley with the rebound put up. No good on the putback attempt. He's going back to the free throw line for another 2 shots.
But nice closeout defense by the Sushi Rockets. You know, they had a 2-on-1. Everybody hustled back, and they immediately got right under the rim. And that's the one thing that these guys really concentrate on. As good as they are offensively, you'll always hear them, like, you know, screaming, barking at each other. Watch the back pick. Watch the double team. Get my guy. You know, watch the cutter. These guys really emphasize team defense, not just one guy, you know, shutting everybody down.
And we talked about this all season long. It's really hard to drive in the lane with all these guys with their long reach poking at the ball. So you'll see in the game a lot of bobbled dribbling because guys are getting the ball poked out.
Jose got some contact but misses it, but right there, beautiful tip in by Thomas Russ, 32. 12 to 10.
Seb Susuiko.
And right into the game, number 9 for the Autospot Phoenix Sons, Romeo Sanchez, who was the difference maker in the semifinal game. One of the reasons they're here in the finals.
Yeah, Sebi able to draw contact again, so we'll see if he's able to sink these 2 shots from the free throw line.
And here's an interesting substitution right now. Thomas Russ is going to go out right into the game now. Ying Bao, 6'7", number 0. Very, very strong. Also very deceptively quick. He's got a million different moves down low, but he is a defensive force. No one's been able to get by him.
Well, for a big man, he's really athletic. We've seen him put reverse layups, baseline, down low, off the backboard. So
he does the dream shake a lot.
Yeah, for a big guy, he's really can attack you either way.
Of course, making reference to the great Hakeem Olajuwon, who was very, very famously was ambidextrous in his feet. He could pivot off either foot.
Rashawn Blas checking in.
Long blowing
Sushi
right by
Rockets.
everybody. Feeds Bao. But the nice block by Susuiko coming over the top. Bradley short, but Susuiko right there. Goes to the left, misses. And rebound by just into the game. Number 4 for the Sushi Rockets, Rashawn Blas, who got a little bit of sweet chin music on that time off the elbow of, I believe, Romeo Sanchez. Interesting strategically now, Dave. Both coaches going to the substitution, going to their bench a lot. Susuiko out into the game, number 6, Julius Yu. Also in, number 13, Stephen Gatewood. So E.J. Calvo going to his quick and shooting adept lineup.
You know, they're looking for their matchups. What better matchups they can find on the court.
That's a 2 for Blas, and it is true. 14-11 on a long 2-point shot by Rashawn Blas.
And you know, FIBA rules, they're going with the yellow line. That's around NBA range or a little bit further.
Kirk Long, look at the
Hard
head
foul
full
there.
of steam for Long that time. You know, interesting call, Dave, because he went full speed and then basically used his body as his own natural pick and then went reverse.
He dished the ball out, but he was in midair,
and
they called him for the charge.
He basically bowled right over Stephen Gatewood, but good job by Gatewood to draw the contact. And a steal by the Rockets. Here comes Long. Long can't finish, and here comes Sablon, but the refs were saying he was on the line. So advantage now for the Sushi Rockets, up by 3, 14-11.
A lot of hustle plays, both sides, really attacking the ball.
And the substitution frenzy continues as fresh into the game. Stake is going to take a seat, and number 21, Merwin Martin. So, Dave, why do you think there's so many substitutions this early?
Well, I think they just want to keep the guys fresh, see who can get the hot hand, and if it works, stay with it.
Bow misses the baseline J. Julius Yu with the rebound, and Yu taking the ball up. A dangerous downtown threat is Julius Yu.
Yeah, he's an FD alumni himself.
And Lumpkins got his hand on the ball, but also got a piece of Bradley. You know, we're seeing that a lot, Dave, is when teams play Ollie Bradley because he's so talented offensively, teams really try and play very, very physical with him. I mean, he takes a pounding from the bigger teams.
Yeah, and, you know, they just don't want to get him a free lane to the basket or have a clean look at a shot. So they're definitely going to body him up and make use of their fouls.
Interesting point. 3:33 left to go in the first quarter, and the Sushi Rockets are already in the penalty. Conversely, the Autospot Phoenix Sons only one team foul. As another shooter is into the game, the very speedy number 31 for the Phoenix Suns. That's John Baza. Long kicks it out to Blas. Fakes, goes inside, and the lefty off the glass. Badly missed. Sanchez. Baza can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, he went hard to the basket, but unable to get the left-hand finish. Ollie Bradley driving, drawing contact, off glass.
And Bradley May was trying to go for an and one, but hung in there and got the shot. And the Phoenix Suns had their first lead of the ball game, 15-14, as Long wide open to the hole.
And, you know, in the interview that we had with Ollie Bradley, he was really bothered by the fact that they had the lead the last time they faced the Rockets and lost it late in the game.
So nice move to draw another foul on the Sushi Rockets by Julius Yu, as Bao thought he got all ball, but the ref saw otherwise. Gatewood out, Vince Estella back in. As Stake is going to come in for the Sushi Rockets, and Kirk Long will take a breather. So we've seen this by Coach Jin Ohan, player coach, we should say, but we don't think doesn't look like he's dressed to come into the game. But Stake starts out as a 2-guard, Dave, plays a shooting guard, but he'll switch to point a lot of the time.
Yeah, you know, he has dribbles, he has ball handling skills, good court awareness, so former national team player too.
Yep. Has a gold medal from Papua New Guinea as a member of Team Guam. So Stake part of that historic roster as Gao, nice turnaround, Jay, but backroom's at, and Bradley comes away with it. Bradley ahead to Romeo Sanchez. Disciplined basketball, 18-16. And Gao called for steps as he was trying to back down Sanchez.
You know, that's the only problem there. If you take too many dribbles and you're trying to bang your way inside, might get called for moving your feet.
So we've already had 4 lead changes in what's been a very entertaining first quarter of this championship game. Julius Yu wide open, straight away three-pointer, but badly off the mark. Steak pushing for the fast break. Gao feeds Rashawn Blas. Gave it up at the last moment.
That was a little behind the back pass, but over his head.
And back into the game, Irv Jose, number 6. So the frenetic substitutions seem to match the frenetic pace of this game so far as the two coaches playing a game of chess. Steak. 18-18 now, the game tied. As Steak will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he saw a little mismatch inside the paint, decided to take it himself, and got fouled along the way, missing the shot, though.
Sushi Rockets up by 119. Make that 20-18. Minute 15 left to go in quarter number 1. Our very first championship title game. Sanchez can hit the baseline long 2. As 2 players who know each other very, very well, Vince Estella and Rashawn Blas. Putting some work in on that.
Yeah, Rashawn was one of those players, too, that during the regular season was a real big factor in the fourth quarter play.
And here in the first quarter, he seems to be pretty good, too, as he drills along 2. He puts his team up by 4, 22-18. 40 seconds left to go as Dominic Sablon lost the handle, and this is going to be a turnover, ball back to the Rockets.
.38 seconds running here in the first quarter.
Gao feeds Merwin Martin back into the game. Turnaround jump shot isn't going to fall, and Brian Cooper comes away with it, and Cooper will push. Cooper to the hole. Brian Cooper, one of the most athletic players on a very stacked Phoenix Suns roster, and Julius Yu comes away with the steal. 1 on 2. Cooper with the rebound. Can't make it, gets his own.
.4 seconds left on the clock. Not sure if it's enough time to get off a shot, but we've seen buzzer beaters before.
Yep. So that is going to be the first quarter. It has been a back and forth offensive and defensive battle, but 22-20 is your score. The Sushi Rockets lead. Stay tuned. Second quarter action when we return.